Hello and welcome. My name is Mokami, and you're watching Mokami and Beyond. Stay tuned. Today, I'm going to tag you along as I make my client's number 2 banana cake. Let's get to it. For starters, bananas. Very ripe, possibly overripe bananas. Have you seen my second one? That banana is gold. For a tip, overripe bananas add more flavor to the cake. So I mashed my bananas up in my bowl, placed my whisk attachment, and turned on my mixer. Next, I'm going to pour in my eggs and my sugar and let them whisk away. If you don't have a mixer, please don't feel underwhelmed. You can always use a whisk or a hand mixer. Ooh, look at that. Doesn't it look amazing? Saying my mixture has doubled in volume, now we're going to add our buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, you can always use milk. That's fine. Well, buttermilk is maziwa lala. As you can see, my mixture is still doubling in volume. This is what we're aiming for. And now, on to the next ingredient. I'm going to pour some vanilla essence. It pairs very well with banana cake. It actually accentuates the banana flavor. You have to be very careful with the amount that you pour in. The lesser, the better. Next on the list, it's the oil. I'm using salad oil. I use oil in my cakes, mostly this one. I use them to moisten. You can either use oil, margarine, even butter. Looks just fine. As you're going to see with my mixture now, there's a big difference in volume, looks more runny and has half-end in the bowl. Don't be alarmed, all is well, it's because of the oil. Now I'm going to pour in some flour. I'm using sifted all-purpose flour mixed with some baking powder. I'm just stirring the flour, making sure it's well mixed without lumps. My mixer is running on low, just to prevent the flour from flying all over the counter. And now I'm just going to turn off my mixer so I can scrape the sides and the bottom of my bowl to get to the flour that has settled underneath and prevent lumps in my batter. Now I'm just going to place my mixer's attachment back and let my butter run under my mixer for some time. Some caution, please do not overmix your batter. This can make your cake come out dense and rubbery. No one wants to bite into that. I am done with my batter now. I'm just going to scrape the sides of the bowl. And look at that drip. Now that's a nice batter. This is what we're looking for. It's not too thin and it's not too thick. Next, I'm using my scale in this last part to measure my batter for my pans. Here I'm using 8-inch round baking pans, prepped with parchment paper. If you don't have parchment paper, you can always glaze the insides of your baking tins with little oil and dust them with flour. That will do. You don't have to use a scale. I'm using a scale because I'm making a precise cake. I'm making a number 2 cake and I need my cakes to be exact. You can always eyeball it. I usually do. But here, I had to do otherwise. As I'm doing this, my oven is running. It has been preheating at a temperature of 160 degrees. It's advisable to preheat your oven 15 minutes before placing your cakes in. Why? because you get to bake with the right temperature from the get-go, and the cake starts baking immediately, but most importantly, properly. And now I'm scraping everything down. Look at that scraping, man. And here is my beautiful, well leveled cake batter ready to be put in the oven. And we're done. And now to my oven. Please, use mittens. Don't go with your bare hands. The oven is pretty hot. Don't do what I'm doing. And now I'm going to let them bake for 55 minutes as I prep my counter for my second batch of the same cake, although I'll be using loaf baking tins for this. And that's it. We have come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have learned something from me. Please tune in for my next video where I'll be showing you how to prep the cakes for icing and the tools I use. So please subscribe, like, and share. That's a wrap. Ciao.